Alright, welcome everybody to CTI's Demon 20s channel for more PSGL F4 action tonight from Hockenheim, Germany. I am joined in the booth tonight by Cliffy. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Hello everyone, hello Matt, and I'm doing fine. I hope you're good, and I hope everyone watching is treated to a fantastic race. Before we go into qualifying, Matt, do you want to go through the standings?
Sure. Before I do that, though, I do want to say Happy Remembrance Day to everyone in the UK and Happy Veterans Day to my American viewers. Gotta support all the military personnel, past and present, that put their lives on the line. And yeah. So, hope everyone celebrates properly for loved ones and friends that have been in the military. So, as we look at the driver standings here, we have Hulkenberg leading the points right now, still without a win, but being very consistent. He has 44 points. Grumpy is right behind him in second with 42 points. Game Freaker, with his second win of the season, catapulted himself up to third with 38 points. Betrayer in fourth with 32. Steba in fifth with 30. And with 26 and 25 behind him, respectively, is Blue Mosquito and Lars as the top 7. So it's pretty tight at the top. And we've only had one repeat winner so far. What do you expect to see tonight here in Hockenheim?
Well, I mean, as we know, it's a very short lap.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's going to be pretty tight in qualifying. So, I mean, I think we're going to see a repeat winner tonight, I think. You've got the likes of, Game Freaker, even people like Martin, who haven't exactly had a great season. They're going to be looking to get some points on the board. But I think tonight, the win might be between, I'd say, the Williams guys, Lars maybe, and I don't know, Steba as well. Because I mean, we've seen Steba have some unfortunate luck in races, and he's going to be looking to get some redemption and try and get back up the standings, which we all know he's capable of doing.
Yeah. And with the standing so tight, a little mistake at the top and mid-pack is right up there too, so you might have more than a 3-car race at the end of this one.
Yep, I agree. And I think to note as well, Matt, turn one, obviously the people watching will know, because they've either raced on this track on this game or have seen races where, if you can't, I mean, you definitely can't overtake into turn one. That's quite obvious given the speed and how tight it is on turn one. But on the exit, Matt, if you get too much to that curb, then you can pretty much say bye-bye to your back end and maybe even your race, because that curb on the exit turn one is very, very lethal. So we might see a couple cars struggle in the race, and even during qualifying where they're pushing so hard into that first corner, trying to carry as much speed as possible, as we see Steba losing the back end, but not at turn one towards the end of the second sector. But as I was saying, turn one is so it can catch you out so easily. A little bit lose concentration, and that's it. Race over. So I think these guys should take care into turn one. They're not stupid, so we still might see some crashes through turn one. So yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think it's if they're trying to pass each other into turn one, that's going to be the issue. 2 cars. If one loses the back end, you got 2 cars out of the race.
Yeah, I agree. In terms of qualifying, I haven't done that much in terms of my pace, but I think maybe these guys on the Ultrasofts, we might be looking at something like a high 11 to mid 11 maybe, and on the soft tyres, which of course is the middle compound, and some people might choose qualifying them tonight. We could see them maybe hit a low 12 or even mid 12. So that's my prediction, Matt. What do you think the qualifying times are going to be around here?
I think they'll be in the 12s, because I just clicked over to the tires, and almost everyone's on mediums or softs to start. So I think they're going for 1 stops tonight. Oh, wait.
Yep.
Never mind.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
11.6.
Game Breaker with a mid 11. So he jumped straight up into P1, and Hulk, his teammate, in P2, on the medium tyre. So I'm actually quite surprised that only 2 people have opted to go out on the soft tyres, and everyone else uh, are on the mediums. Or you got Game Freak car, Simo, and Betrayer all on the ultras. But I'm quite surprised that a large amount of people have gone for the mediums.
They may have been watching the F6 stream last night because I was in a party with Josh and Lewis, and they ran around at the beginning of qualifying, did like 5 laps on the mediums, then did their qualifying lap on the softs. So maybe that's what they're doing.
Okay, yeah, could be. I mean, if that's the case, then Game Freak could be in trouble here because if P2 is on softs by the end of qualifying, then you've got to feel that Game Freak on them ultra softs going to be sitting dark. Because we know the ultra softs do not last long
Not at all.
around Germany. I'd say 5 or 6 laps maybe before they start going off, and then after that, you're pretty much running on an ice rink. So I think maybe Game Freak and Simo, who's just popped in at 12.3 on ultra softs as well. But I think his ultra softs are 2 laps old. So I mean, Simo, you have to improve that 12.3 again. As we see Lordy on the medium tyres do a 12.8.
Showing that past F1 pace right there.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, Lordy might like this track. He might feel very comfortable here, so we might even see a Lordy masterclass tonight. But at the moment, Matt, he's... I mean, him and Praga are roughly the same pace on the medium tyre, and then after Praga, you've got a 3/10 gap to Hulk on the mediums. So we could see Lordy and Praga still to show tonight.
Oh, and it's worth mentioning that we have a debut tonight in the McLaren, and 3rd position right now is Ross. He joined the league in the middle of the week, so it's his first race with him. It's interesting to see what his pace is like. 1:12.7 on the softs.
I was going to say not a hard name to read either. So
yeah.
Happy days for both of us.
Yes. Always makes the commentator's job easier.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But I remember when I made my debut in F1, and my main thing was just make a name for myself. People obviously didn't know who I was. They didn't know nothing about me. They knew obviously I was in F2, but that was about it.
Yeah.
So I think Ross is going to want to make a name for himself tonight. He's up in P3 on soft, so it's good luck from him at the moment. Let's hope he has a good result tonight.
It's like last week too was Praga's debut, and other than a slip up in the pits that pit him for ultras instead of mediums or softs or whatever he chose, and he finished second, and he easily could have won that race. He had 2 stoppings there.
Yeah, so get some quicker guys in. I mean, for all we know, Ross could be pretty good as well. So, I mean, it's only going to heat things up at the top.
Yeah.
And just dipped under the 10-minute mark in qualifying. So as it stands, Game Freak are at the moment in P1 with Simo in second, Ross debutant in 3rd place, Lordy in 4th, and Chia in 5th place, with Praga in 6th, Holt 7th, Lars in 8th, Grumpy in 9th, and Steber rounding out the top 10. But again, Matt, everyone, the majority of the field are on mediums still. So you could be right. They could be running around trying to, work themselves up, trying to get used to the track, and then going for one final lap. I mean, it's looking like people are going to qualify in the softs. So, sorry, I just saw Steber going to the pitch, get on the gravel and hit the wall. He did get damage, but it was only his white end plates that came off. So Steber got very, very lucky there. It wasn't his wheel that came off.
Yeah, he had a shocker last week in qualifying.
Yeah. Well, it was France last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we had to split up last week and divide and conquer the league.
Yeah. Pretty done a good job, mate.
At least we both got to see an exciting race in respective divisions we did, so.
Oh yeah, about a shadow of that, but I'm glad to be back in F4.
Yeah, much cleaner racing up here. Oh, Game Freaker. All ones and twos. 1-1-1, 2-2-1.
Wow. So I said, what did I say? I think I said that mid-11, I think.
Yeah.
So Game Freak, I exceeded my expectations already.
Oh, Lars is bumped up into second on the softs.
Yeah, but I think he's going for another. I thought he was going for another lap, but he ain't. And now Simo is out as well on another set of ultras, so he has to beat his lap because he did set his lap on 2 lap old ultras, I do believe. So this is a crunch time for Simo. He has got enough time to come in and come out again. So I mean, hopefully he doesn't have to do that, and he does set a respectful time.
Alright, as he crosses the line to start his lap now. Got through turn one pretty good. As he closes in on the hairpin here. I'm going to watch on board how he takes it since I couldn't figure this out during the race history myself. There we go.
That's how you take it.
Yes, it is. I kept going way wide.
Yeah, that hairpin is so deceiving because you try and brake late, but then you find you brake way too late.
Yeah.
You just miss the apex completely, lose all the speed you're carrying, and then you try to brake early, but then you brake too early, and then you end up cutting the apex and not getting the greatest of exits as you Simo on the gravel there. He will finish this lap, I think, so I don't think it would have lost him that much time.
Yeah, it didn't look like it affected him that much. Let's see.
Yeah,
Oh no, pulls it in. Yep. Good call.
Goes in sector 2.
No, blue backed off.
I want to stay with Martin. He's on an outlap. We'll see
Alright.
what he can do.
He claims he's 3 seconds slower than everybody else, but that just sounds like he's trying to be like me. I know he's faster than me.
Sorry about that.
See, I'm 3 seconds slower than all these guys, not Martin.
Oh, I love it.
Whoa, he really cut turn one.
Wow. Did he get invalid?
I don't know.
I mean, he's backed off. Or he just went really deep into turn 2.
He was still going. He's got DRS open.
Yeah, he's on a. He was on a hot lap, but he's now just dipped down to none.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So I think might go for another lap or even pit and put on a set of ultra softs. I mean, turn 1 looked pretty decent. I know he might have cut the inside a little bit, but for the most part, he looked quite quick through there.
Well, it's a strategy for him to purposely start outside the top 10 and have fresh tires at the beginning.
Maybe, who knows? I mean, it's not a bad idea starting at the back here with such a short run into turn 1, Matt. I mean, you've got to feel like we're going to be seeing some fireworks here tonight into turn 1.
Yep. Yeah, it was invalid. 14-4. Turn 1 looked a lot better that time.
Yep. I'm just on board with Lordy because he's on a lap on the softs.
See, Lick will share his stream in the F1, F6 chat. Now I feel bad if I put my stream in the same chats.
How many people are watching? 3 people. Damn.
That's my average.
I mean, I'll share it on in the commentators chat as well.
I already did.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I'll just tweet it out then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't think of tweeting it out myself. 'Cause I forget I have totally different followers than the actual racing people. I could also put it in my Discord, too. Oh, Martin's retired. He will be starting last.
Yeah.
Another page out of my book.
Again, it's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Such a short. If it was a track like Mexico or just a track where the start finish straight isn't so short, then I'd say qualify. But it's such a short run into turn one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I personally I would do the same.
Now, for the 4 guys that start outside the top 10, do you think it will be on softs or mediums?
I'd say softs.
All right. Oh, Stepper retired.
Stepper's out as well. Wow, that's a big one.
So the Toro Rosso teammates will start last and have fresh tires. Not a bad thing. Work together, get through the field.
I agree. And we've only got a minute left. I mean, I don't know where that time's gone. So we should see. I mean, Betrayer's popped himself up into P2 with an 11.4. So, I mean, whether that's a sign of the times are going to start coming down, I don't know. But I mean, Simo is on a lap again, but he's on the softs this time. Of course, we all know he set his lap on the ultras, so he needs to beat this lap if he wants any chance of starting on fresher tyres. Does he beat it? I don't think he did. He did not.
He's got time for one more.
Yeah.
It's interesting too, because there's a lot more cars on ultras right now too. Oh, Praga's done.
Yeah, Praga's P3 11.8.
Fastest of the soft runners.
Well. Yeah, Lordy's now on a set of ultras, so he had to have bought that soft lap.
Ooh, Ross up to second.
Oh, wow. So I mean, what I said earlier about making a name for yourself, Matt, I think Ross is doing that right now.
Yes.
P2 at the moment.
He's making a name for himself in a good way too. Unlike some other people in other divisions that had questionable races to start.
Yeah. So at the moment it's a McLaren 2-3, and Hulk is already down in 8th place, so he's got to help Game Freaker out here. Otherwise, Game Freaker could become vulnerable to those 2 McLarens. But I'm going to be watching Lordy's come around the last corner. Going to come across the line, and he's not going to set a lap, so he might have got invalid. I'm going to see what he would have set.
Oh, Simo.
11.5, so that would have put
4th.
Yeah, that would have put Lordy 4th.
Who else is left here? Higgs in the pits, Simo's in the pits, Ross is still out there.
That's it. Yeah, I think Game Freaker did improve. He did 11.1.
Oh, geez, Game Freaker, you went faster every session. Hey, Bugatti.
Hello, Alfie.
Alfie Romeo.
It's Game Freaker who gets pole. I did say the Williams boys will be up there today, and that prediction's so far so good.
Got both McLarens up there too.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be something we're not used to. But Game Freaker gets pole. Ross debutant in the McLaren in second, a good qualifying session for him. Betrayer in third. Praga in fourth. Lars in fifth. Simo in 6th, Mr. Grumpy 7th, Hulk in 8th, Warren Haig in 9th, and Blue Mosquito rounding out the top 10. Just outside the top 10, we've got Lordy Boy, Cheetah, Stebber, and Martin, who didn't set a time the whole session.
All right. So while they load up and get their fuel loads correct, their tires correct, and strategies on board, what are your picks for the race today?
I'm going to go Game Freaker for the win, just because Game Freaker this season for me has been quite impressive. I think Stebber's going to do a masterclass from the back and get a podium, and I think Ross is going to get a top 5 finish.
That's a good shout. I'm thinking, I don't know, let's go a little crazy here. How about we go Blue Mosquito for the win, Lars in second, and Ross in third to get a podium in his debut.
Wow. I guess we'll see, because waiting for a couple more guys to ready up. I mean, I'm just saying, Matt, if yours like prediction is the right one, then I will quit commentating, I think.
It wouldn't be the first time I was right today. I still can't believe that football match finished exact score. I was just joking around when I said that.
So everyone outside the top 10 are on medium tyres, apart from Martin, who's on the softs.
Interesting. And looking at the grid right now, I would assume Praga would be the favorite since he's the fastest on the softs, so he'll be the quickest doing the one stop. As of now.
Yeah. And I just want to say that we've got quite a good pattern here. We've got the 2 Toro Rossos at the back, 14th and 13th. Then we've got Cheetah and Lordy, 12th and 11th, both Ferraris. Then we've got Blue Mosquito and Warren, both Force Indias. If only Hulk qualified second, then we'd have Mr. Grumpy and Simo in the 2 Mercedes. Then we've got Betrayer and Ross in the McLarens.
Yeah, everybody stuck with their teammate. They held hands through qualifying.
Yeah. I mean, whether it will set out that into turn 1, Matt, I think we can all agree it won't.
So they're coming back to the starting grid, where we will get our 5 red lights.
Yep.
And 34 laps around Hockenheim.
Just want to say, the Toro Rossos are taking absolute age to get round.
Well, Martin did say he was 3 seconds slower than everybody.
Yeah, and now it's just everyone else waiting for the Toro Rosso boys.
Hi, Josh.
Well, I'll stay on at the back, and then you can have eyes on the front.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 4, 5. Lights out, and away we go. Good start for Game Freaker. Ross taking a peek in turn 1. Drag race down into turn 2. And Betrayer will follow his teammate. Ross into the lead early.
Oh my god! That's not good.
Were they like 4 wide come through there?
Yeah, so a Force India went off track, spun, come back on track. That held up a car in front, and that meant mine. Sam ran to the back of them and got a wing damage. Well, I think he did anyway. Wing. Oh no, yeah, he's got end plate damage on the left side. It's unfortunate for Martin, but nonetheless, Martin should be alright. I mean, he's looking quite good. He's staying with the guys ahead of him, so it was quite nice. But I mean, how was the start, Matt? Was it good?
Yeah, it's good. Both McLarens have gotten by a Game Freaker, and they're trying to pull away a little bit here. Praga's still in 4th. Grumpy's, I think he's up to 5th, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back on board with Martin, and I think Lordy's got substantial wing damage. He has, and Martin was right behind him, and they almost went side by side, and Martin almost spun because of Lordy's substantial wing damage. But through turn one, you're going to see how bad that wing's affecting Martin, and
Simo's in too.
kept it on track. Yeah. I think some of these guys have got wing damage. You can see how much they're struggling. But we've got Steber going past Cheetah. And now he's going to make a dive on Warren Haig. It's just too far back. So it's been a good start for Ross in P1 from P2 on the grid, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, completely forgot where he qualified then. And Betrayer as well moving up. And Game Freak are losing out massively to the both McLarens.
Yeah, Ross made the hole into turn 2, and he left it open wide enough for Betrayer to follow him through.
Yeah. So it's good teamwork from these McLaren boys.
Oh, yellow sector 3.
Praga's off. Praga is off, Matt. So as you said last week, Praga he made silly mistakes. I think he might have made a little bit of a mistake there because he hasn't got no wing damage. So he just might have lost the back end and found himself in the gravel as Martin picks up the first time penalty, but of course with wing damage,
yeah,
pretty much acceptable at this point. For Ross and Betrayer getting the run and the DRS. Ross down the inside, still there. Betrayer goes wide, and these two are still side by side. Going to go on board with Game Freaker as Ross looks to the inside. Oh, they get very close. Betrayer now has the inside. But Ross around the outside. Can he make this move stick? They touch. Oh, that's cool. Oh my god.
Good avoidance by Game Freaker.
McLaren boys. Yeah. And Game Freaker now looking for a move on Ross, but backs out of it. So a good racing between the McLaren boys there.
And the 3 ultra soft guys need to really gap the soft guys or they'll be in trouble for their 2 stuffs. Oh, Ross.
Yeah, he went way off track into turn 1. So must have got a warning for that. But now with Ross's turn, let's see how good his straight line speed is compared to his teammates.
Oops.
Yeah. He's gonna go for it. No, he doesn't. So Ross, but Betrayer I think was half expecting him to, and because of that went wide. So that's now going to allow Ross to get the run out of the hairpin. He's going to go for this. He's close enough. Yes, he is. He's going to go around the outside. Betrayer parks his car nicely, and Game Freaker behind has to watch these guys side by side. And I mean, we could be 3 wide by the end of the next lap towards that hairpin, Matt. So battle for the lead is heating up. But I mean, this is helping Mr. Grumpy and Lars and Hulk all on the soft tyres. So we've got 3 groups at the front on the ultras and 3 guys behind on the softs.
Yep.
And Grumpy is catching.
It's also worth noting that Seba and Martin, who started 13th and 14th, are up to 7th and 8th.
Yeah, so it's been a good start for them. As Ross went wide, that's going to allow Game Freaker now surely to make the move on him. Game Freaker down the inside, but of course Ross will get DRS from Game Freaker. But Game Freaker runs wide. Oh, they're side by side. There's contact between Ross and Game Freaker, but nothing too serious. I think Ross has lost the back end, and unfortunately hit Game Freaker. But fortunately they're both going. Ross now round the outside. Could have went down the inside. Game Freaker didn't defend it. Ross going for a bit of a switchback out of the hairpin. Oh, can he get the move done on Game Freaker? Game Freaker defends the inside. And that is Game Freaker safely into 2nd place. And behind them, Martin actually getting past Cheetah. So both Taurus's now 7th and 8th.
I'm on board with Lars here as he's working on Grumpy and get to see the battle in front as well as this battle off his onboard. So
yeah, so with Ross and Game Freak are battling, that's allowed
Game Freak
Betrayal
on the
to get a run,
pits.
and Game Freak is pitting. So it'll be interesting what these McLaren boys do, because if they're not in a party with each other, they could both potentially double stacking. Oh, look at the run Grumpy's got on Ross.
Yeah.
Grumpy to the inside. Should be easy for Mr. Grumpy. Of course, Ross being a debutant doesn't want to get himself into too much trouble. Wants to show these guys that he can race clean. And so far, he's making a very, very good name for himself in the opening couple laps, because now he's got Lars around his outside. But is he going to be able to make a move on Grumpy? He's going for it.
3 wide.
Oh, Ross did back out
Oh,
a bit.
wow.
Oh, look at that.
Jeez. Wow.
Wow.
Nice move by Ross.
Ross backing out and allowing Lars and Grumpy to battle has now meant that Ross gets P2 again, but Lars back down the inside. Ross does give him the space, and Lars is now up into second place. And now Grumpy. I mean, you've got to feel for Grumpy. I mean, you've got Lars now up into P2, and now Grumpy has to stay behind Ross for this tight, twisty Sector 3. But again, this battling is allowing Betrayer to get a good lead. He's now got just over a 3-second lead. But Grumpy and Ross into the final corner. There's yellows in Sector 3. Where's Ross? Ross is in the pits.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
It's Martin. Oh, Martin. Wow. Talk about rejoining unsafely. You came right in front of Blue Mosquito in the final corner when you rejoined the track.
Oh, to be fair though, Martin had, I mean, I don't know if Martin would have got a warning for that. But he took I mean, I know he's got end plate damage, but he took turn 1 really nice there. And he's actually caught up to Praga, who was, I think, 4 seconds up the road a couple laps ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait, no, that was Steba, my bad. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it was Steba. But Praga, who's on the deadish tires, if you want to say, from his spin early on, and then Martin has the wing damage, so they're both kind of handicapped right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Grumpy finally made a move on Hulk. I think it was. So Mr. Grumpy now up into P3 and has lost time to Lars and has now dropped out DRS. But you can see there in clean air just how quickly the softs are compared to the ultra softs. As Betrayer does come into the pits now, Lars will take a lead of this race and Grumpy will inherit second place with Hulk in fourth, Steba in fifth, Praga in sixth, Martin in seventh, who of course is limping with wing damage. Blue Mosquito in eighth. You can see here just how much time that Martin is losing in the corners. Oh, just wow. And Betrayer comes out. Does he come out ahead of Game Freaker now? That's going to be the important thing. And Betrayer's come on a set of softs, Matt. So Betrayer, I mean, he won't be able to get them to the end. So Betrayer is doing a 2-stop, whereas Game Freaker is going to try and go to the end. So it could be a Game Freaker doesn't know something.
That's going to be questionable, though. 26 laps on the mediums? It's going to be pushing it.
Definitely going to be pushing it. So it could be a good call for Game Freaker, but I mean, Ross is on softs as well.
But it also goes to show, in the last game, everything...
Oh! Sorry, Matt. Ron Hagen, Lordy having contact at the hairpin. Lordy forced Warren wide, and coming out of the hairpin, they just both completely looked into each other and almost went into the wall. This is getting very feisty between Lordy and Warren, so I wouldn't be surprised if one of them ends up in the wall in the next couple of laps, or even through this third sector.
Oh, go back up to Blue Mosquitoes, working on Martin here. Martin's wide again. That
wing damage definitely helping Martin.
Yeah, Martin lets him go.
I mean, Martin is on for points here. I mean, I know he's got to fix his wing, but for someone who's got wing damage, he's got pace.
You figure he'll probably go 5 or 6 more laps and slap some mediums on there, fix his wing, and then he'll start charging back up toward the front again.
Yeah, I mean, he's making a move on Blue Mosquito again because of the DRS. Blue Mosquito does go defensive. And Blue Mosquito goes for a bit of a switchback, but just can't get the traction down, and I think Martin is back up into P6. So if Martin keeps his head here, he's on for points today. Martin breaks later than Blue Mosquito and does keep the position. So it's shaping up to be an interesting race now. We've got Betrayer now behind Cheetah. So we've seen Monferrari in the wars with Ron Haig. Let's see how Cheetah deals with Betrayer. Are back on board with Martin and Blue Mosquito. They're going side by side through Sector 3, Matt. And you can just see the wing damage from Martin. He just loses so much time. And you can see through turn 1 as well. You're going to see Blue absolutely gain on him. Well, as I said that,
jeez.
Blue just went on the gravel and almost lost a second to Martin. But of course, that wing damage not helping Martin out.
And there's a train behind him coming.
Yeah. And that is in the form of Cheetah, but I think Betrayer should get the move done, but Cheetah does have DRS. And Betrayer around the outside. I'm seeing the little guys go for a move around the outside.
Oh, there goes the wing for Lordy.
Cheetah.
Or sorry, Cheater, my bad.
Yeah, and I don't know if the Game Freak got wing damage as well, because he did hit the Ferrari of Cheetah as well.
Yeah, it
I
looked
think
like
he did,
chain
so
reaction.
I think it's okay. Yeah, definitely chain reaction, but up in front. Again, Blue Mosquito losing the back end. Betrayer is going to say thank you very much. And it's now up into P7, and now he's going to get past a wing-stricken Martin, who been a tough customer to pass today.
Yeah, Martin's been doing good on the defending.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he's been aggressive.
No, not at all.
He would say.
He hasn't been out of line.
Doing a good job. No, not at all. I mean, apart from maybe when he joined the track.
Yeah.
Dangerously from what you said, but other than that, it's been fine.
I mean, it didn't affect anybody, but I mean, the camera angle I had, it looked like they were a lot closer than they might have been, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yellow sector 2, Cheater. Lost in our position.
Free car. Just made a move on him. Blue Mosquito is now watching Betrayer go around the outside of Martin, and that is moved done already, but look at Martin, he wants to come back at him. Is Martin going to go down the inside? No, he doesn't. And now Betrayer gets past, and now Blue Mosquito is licking his lips. But look at Ross. He's off the track. He needs to come back on track, and he's lost places. He's lost a place to Game Freaker. And Cheetah. Can Ross come back at him? He's going to get past Cheetah around the outside again. So, again, a move around the outside. I'm shocked. I haven't really seen any moves down the inside, especially at the hairpin.
A little more traction on the outside there to get more momentum coming off.
Yeah. Just makes it. Game Free car. Oh my god. Almost lost the back end there. Got on the curb. And it looked like it sucked his car in on exit. But luckily he was able to keep it. And keep it all together as Blue Mosquito pits from P8.
Well, all this exciting action had been happening in the back. I just glanced up and Grumpy's within half a second of Lars.
Yeah. And of course, these guys have done 11 laps now on these soft tyres. So Steber should in theory start catching. You can see Steber now on the back of Hulk. Is he going to go for it? I think he is, but I think Hulk might have broke later than him and just keeps hold of third position. And now Game Free car getting past Martin. Ross will have to take a... Oh, Martin's back end. Martin just may have got a tap from Ross there. It wasn't intentional, but I put Martin's Toro Rosso into a bit of a half spin. Luckily, Martin was able to save it, so I think now it's the time that Martin needs to pit. He's losing so much time. Definitely needs to get that wing fix and show us what he can do, because I think he's actually got more damage, Matt, because he's really struggling out there now.
It's funny, looking at his wing from down board, it doesn't... here it is, he's coming in. Doesn't look like he has that much damage.
Yeah. No, I mean, I just watched him through the fast right-hander, and he took it so cautiously and almost went off track. The understeer was so real.
Steba's gotten by Hulk. Hulk's coming back in the DRS zone here.
Yep. Strange thing with this track, the slipstream down this long straight is so strong. We've got Hulk going for a bit of a switchback, and again the outside where Steber is being the better place to get the traction down, but Hulk back in the slipstream. Can he make it stick? No, he doesn't. So at the moment, when the top 5 pit, it'll be Betrayer and Ross in P1 and P2. Yellow's in Sector 3.
Yeah.
I think that
Haig's
was
off
Haig.
track. Yeah, he got out of the way for the leaders.
Yeah. Okay, it's good to see. As Hulk comes into the pits now, so first of the top 3 to pit. See where Hulk rejoins the track.
I'd say about 10th. Oh no, it's a shorter pit road. Maybe 8th or 9th.
Well, you could be right on the 10th or 9th. It's going to join 9th. Yeah.
And Grumpy taking a look on Lars in the hairpin.
Yep, Lars taking a really wide. Almost opened the door for Mr. Grumpy and said, "Here you go, have the place."
It looked like
So
he
I
wanted to
think
go
now-
for the switchback, but he didn't get it moved over in time.
Yeah, I think Mr. Grumpy just shut the door on him. To be fair, which is it's good to see because Mr. Grumpy's entitled to do that.
Yeah.
But I think now we're going to see Mr. Grumpy pit. I think he wanted to get ahead of Lars and then be the first to pit. Because I mean, he'll obviously get the undercut. But I mean, if Lars pits as well, then we could cancel each other out.
Let's see. They both stay out? Oh, no.
Yeah,
Grumpy's in.
Both come in. And Lars as well.
And Steba, obviously, on the mediums, will stay out. Praga's
He's
in.
going to go way deep into this race. I mean, if there's a late safety car and Steba's still out, then Steba would have done an absolute stroke of genius.
Yep.
And would be in the net lead of the race, but Betrayer is he's 8 seconds behind. So to be fair to Steba, he's done really well from starting last to have an 8-second advantage over Betrayer, who's pit. Steba's in real contention here to get a really good result here.
What's a pit stop? About 16, 17 seconds here? It's pretty short.
Yeah, it's very short, yeah.
Oh, Game Freaker by Ross.
And Ross. Yeah. Ross
allowed
Game Freaker to have... Ooh!
Saved it. Good car control,
yeah,
Game Freaker.
Done very well to save it. And Hulk and Cheetah. Hulk getting the move done and up into P7 and course on in fresh mediums to Cheetah's 14 lap old mediums.
Yep.
Goes in sector 3. I mean, it might have been just a quick yellow flag.
Yeah. Maybe somebody got out of the way.
Yeah. I mean, I think the question is now, will Betrayer pit before Steba has to? That'll be the main question now, I think.
That's a good point. Because technically, obviously Steba's going to go to the softs. Betrayer is going to need to go to the softs as well again. So ideally, they'd have to pit around the same area to make it to the end at the same time. So.
Yeah.
And he's 7 seconds behind Steba, so he might want to come in first and gain a couple seconds.
Mm.
Although Ross might go in first too, because he pit first last time.
Yep. I think the person in the best position here is Game Freaker and Steba.
Yeah.
Oh, but then Grumpy's only 3.5 seconds behind.
Actually, I think Grumpy is better off than Game Freaker because he has 9 laps younger tires.
Fresher tires, yeah.
Because Game Freaker's tires are going to be crying at the end, going 28 laps or 26 laps.
Yeah, I agree. So we could have an interesting end to this race. Steba, the alternate strategy, could be a late charge for him. Betrayer and Ross are both on 2 stops, and I think they've ruined their own races with doing that, because they're not exactly getting away from Game Freaker. There is on the 1 stop, as is Mr. Grumpy, Lars, and Hulk. So it could be a very, very interesting end to this race.
Well, Praga by Cheater into turn 2.
Yeah, but now Praga's going to get hunted down by both
Yep.
Ferraris. So go for Cheetah first, can go on board with Lordy. Cheetah is going to have to go around the outside again, so the favoured move. Lordy taking a back seat, and Praga defends it well.
Oh, Haig goes way wide to let everybody through. That's on lead lap. Good on Haig.
Yeah.
See, I've raced against Praga in F6 the first, I believe, 4 races of the season. He's a hard driver, very fair and very clean, so he should have a lot of success in F4 with the rest of the guys that drive the same way as him.
Yep, and Steber still out on the mediums. They look very, very worn at this point. You see that left part on the front left, darker than the inside.
Oh yeah.
Where it's going on the mediums. So will Steber thinking about a pit stop? I think he'll go to lap 20, I'd say, and then he's going to pit.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Ferraris are going side by side. Lordy, I think Cheetah might have let him through. That's Lordy up into P9 and Cheetah down into P10. And other than the Ferraris, the closest battle is Lars and Grumpy. Oh, Steber's in.
Ah.
So 18 laps on the mediums. He's going to have to go 16 on a set of softs.
That might be pushing it too.
Yeah, I mean, Lordy's on lap 16 on a set of softs.
So is Simo.
And he's pitting this lap. And then, so Simo. So they can go 16 laps. This is where Steber going to rejoin. He's going to rejoin in 6th place. Just over a second behind Lars. So, I mean, the top 7. God, I'd say top 8.
So he's about 10 seconds behind.
Yeah, I'm with the top 7 being within a second or a second and a half of each other. You've got to feel that, you know, Steber should make his way through the field pretty quick. I think Steber's going to win.
He's got the freshest tires, and he's on the fastest of the tires on the track, so.
Yeah. He has really got a good chance here at winning. Again, a late safety car could change everything, Matt.
Exactly.
This race on its head. So, I mean, until lap 30, can't really be sure on what happens. If someone bins it, and of course the safety car does come out, then this race will just get from exciting to just downright entertaining.
So, I was just taking a peek at the commentators chat because they're blowing up my phone. Apparently in the F5 race, the race ended at lap 17 instead of going the full distance.
Oh no. Oh, imagine that. That is unfortunate.
So we're trying to figure out if it's going to be a restart or give half points to everybody.
I'd say half points. But while you were talking about that, Matt, we had a game 3 to get past Ross and Lordy and Martin both going at it. Of course, both these drivers have a much respect for each other. Lordy gets the move done. And I mean, Martin is looking, might get a point or two, maybe. But at the moment, Martin in 11th place, just shy of points, and considering our wing damage for its first stint.
Oh, Ross is going for his next set, yeah. Oh,
yep, and Steber.
Martin through the gravel.
Steber's right in the back of Lars, he's going for a move. Steber. A fantastic move, but will Steber get DRS? No, he doesn't. So Lars is going to get a bit of payback here. Will Stebber defend the inside or defend the outside? He's going to defend the inside. Yes, he is.
The preferred
Stebber
line.
late on the brakes. And I think Stebber on the outside, favouring that traction, is going to keep P4, but Lars is going to get back under that slipstream. Go down the inside. No, he doesn't. Oh, Martin's off. Martin is off.
He's probably going to call it quits then.
Turn 2, he's doing donuts. The Martin is going to call it a day here. Fortunate for him because, again, involved incident that just wasn't his fault in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Well, he needs to be careful because if he brings out the safety car doing that, he's going to get a penalty. He's going to be really mad again.
Yeah, so I mean, Martin, if you're going to retire, just retire. Game Freak is in the pits as well. So why is Game Freak appeared? He's done 16 laps on their mediums and he's coming into the pits.
Yeah, like I said, those mediums weren't going to make it to the end. He pit way too early.
Yep, and Martin is now rejoining the track. I think he's waiting for the leaders to go by. He is.
Steb on the inside of Grumpy. I believe they're going into the hairpin. Hey, Abion.
Yep, and Stebber up into the net leader of the race now. Kupatro would have to pit again.
Yeah.
And Martin has indeed called it a day. And Warren Haig as well, letting the leaders by. I think Martin's just gone straight on at the hairpin. He has. So Martin calling it a day. Unfortunate for him because, again, I thought he had pace today, just that wing damage affected him. But up at the front, Game Freaker and Ross. These two were fighting for the winner earlier. Now they're fighting for P7. And Ross keeping the place. I think. Oh yeah, Ross did pit.
Yeah.
So he's on fresh rubber. As is Game Freaker though. So these two
they both are.
To the end of the race. And at the moment, Mr. Grumpy can't answer for Stebber's pace. Gap of 6 tenths, but Mr. Grumpy's still within DRS. So that is what is needed around this track. You can just stay within DRS, the car ahead, you're pretty much sorted.
Yep.
Can Mr. Grumpy get back past? I think Stebber got a much better exit. Now 7 tenths. I think we have to go for that. Going to go on board with Praga, who's right behind Hulk.
Yep. Inside on the hairpin.
Down the inside. So someone going for a move down the inside only took 23 laps. And that's how you do it, down the inside. Praga showing us how it's done. And now up into P5. Ooh. So Game Freak and Ross still going at it, and it's allowing Blue Mosquito to come into this battle. We have a potential 3-car battle for 7th place.
Oh, Betrayer's in.
Yep. I mean, this might be a set of Ultrasofts. Nope, don't think so.
I don't know, Ultras can go 10.
Another set of softs. Well, I mean, end of the race, the track would have had grip on it. I don't see why not. But he's chosen to go on another set of softs for that consistency and have that pace over the next 10 laps. And he comes out about 3 seconds ahead of his teammate. So it's been good showing here from the McLaren boys. 6th and 7th on the grid so far. It's been nice. I don't know whether Stebber lost the back end coming out of the hairpin. I just been on Grumpy, and Stebber was on the right hand side coming out the exit of the hairpin. So I think Stebber might have got a bit of back end happy and put his foot to the throttle just a little bit too quick. But that's now allowed Mr. Grumpy to get back within DRS.
Yeah, if this is a sign of things to come. I think Ross and Game Freak are going to have some pretty good battles throughout the rest of the season. Yellow in Sector 3.
That might have been Warren.
Yeah, probably moved over again.
Tires. Yeah. So can Grumpy? I mean, Stebber looks like he's struggling on them soft tires at the moment, anyway. And Grumpy now right up behind Stebber. I want to quickly check penalties just to see.
I don't recall seeing Grumpy's name.
Well, he's been shown twice, so he's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. Stebber has 3 seconds, and Lars has 2 penalties as well. So, advantage Stebber.
Simo just pit for ultras.
Yep, and now Blue, Ross, and Game Freak are all within a couple of tenths of each other. So again, the battle for 7th is heating up. But I think the battle for the lead is what we all want to see. Stebber and Grumpy.
And yeah, I just caught that in the chat, Leon. I have the commentator chat open on my phone. That's weird.
That is very weird. For the race to end on halfway through the race, that is mad.
Yeah, he said everyone got kicked from the lobby.
Oh, wow. But
there it is.
We must focus on this race because Mr. Grumpy going to go around the outside. Another move around the outside.
Ooh, Stebber closed off good.
It. Yeah, he did. But Mr. Grumpy will get a little bit of a slipstream. And Stebber goes defensive. Grumpy, does he try to go around the outside? He does. I think that's just not going to happen. And Stebber, I don't know, he doesn't look comfortable on them soft tyres. I feel like Grumpy looks a lot more composed. Ooh! My God!
Did not expect that.
No, I don't think Grumpy did either. And Ross and Game Freak are still going at it. They're still battling for 7th place. This has been a fantastic battle from these two. But again, just a battle for the lead is the more important.
Yeah. Not a bad showing for Ross in his debut, though.
Oh, God, no. I mean, very clean driver.
Oh, for sure.
Looks like he's got a ton of experience, which is what is needed in PSGL, as of late, anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, see what Grumpy does with the DRS here. Don't think he'll be close enough by the hairpin.
Oh, he might go for it, though.
Nah.
No, he doesn't.
Nah.
So, I mean, it's advantage Stebber at the minute.
He does have a 6-second cushion now with the penalties, because Grumpy did get a penalty when they almost collided.
Yeah. And Ross and Game Freak are going at it again. This time Game Freak are down the inside. And that is the move done for Game Freak, but this battle is far from over as we move into lap 27 towards lap 28. And again, the battle for the lead, 3 tenths.
Simo, fast lap of the race.
13-4, good luck for Simo. Something to come away with from this German Grand Prix. Again, just all eyes on this battle at the front because Grumpy's done a fantastic job keeping with Stebber. Warren's had to pit again. He's come out on a set of used ultra softs, so his tyres are wearing thin.
Oh,
the ones that he can use.
About to see yellow in sector 2 when he pulls over and lets everybody by again.
You know, as you come out the pits, luckily Stebber and Grumpy were coming out.
Yeah.
So he's right behind Grumpy and Stebber.
He's got Lars coming up.
Just that little bit far ahead, and Grumpy can't do nothing to attack that tour also. But go back to the battle. Ross and Game Freak car. It's now Ross's turn. He's going to go down the inside. The second move we've seen at the hairpin down the inside. And Game Freak car can't do nothing about it because Ross gets the car turned in beautifully and gets the traction on the outside. And now Game Freak is the one who has to sit behind that gearbox of that McLaren. And I think that is Yo's in sector 3, but I think that might be Raw and letting Lars through. I do believe it was. It was.
Yeah.
I want to quickly, because Praga's not too far behind either, and Praga only has 1 penalty. Hulk only has 1 penalty too.
So,
oh wow.
So Praga is only 4 seconds behind Steba. Steba has only 1 penalty as well, right?
Yeah, Steba has 1 penalty. Grumpy has now
3.
9 seconds.
Yeah.
1,
Lars
2,
has 2.
3.
Or Lars has 6.
Lars has 9 seconds now.
Oh. So
Praga
Praga
has 1 penalty.
could be sitting pretty if Steba makes one more mistake.
Yeah, Betrayer making a move on Holt. Game Freaker making a move on Ross again. Game Freaker's turn to go down the inside. Ross will try and go for the switchback. And it's now Ross who has to look at Game Freaker's back end. So these two have been back and forth.
The whole race.
They re-emerged out of the pits. Well, yeah, more or less the whole race, yeah. So, I mean, what better way to put your name in to someone like Game Freaker who's been in PSGL for many years.
He's got another run.
Ross is making a very good, no, he backed out of it. So just goes to show how clean Ross is.
Steba has 1 penalty, CC. 3 seconds. Actually, Praga's net P2 right now, so if you could get by...
Yeah, Praga net P2.
He's not that far off. Go back up to Grumps here.
Yep. He's going to get the DRS. He's got ERS as well. And what's Steba got? Steba hasn't got one. They've both got the same amount. And again, Grumpy can't do nothing to get alongside that Toro Rosso, so we're going to go back to the battle between Ross and Game Freaker. Now it's Ross's turn again to go down the inside. Game Freaker tried to cover it off. I think that's Ross comfortably up into P7 this time round. So now it's Game Freaker's turn to stay behind that McLaren for the rest of the second sector and the third sector before they go into battle again down that long straight into the hairpin. But Game Freaker doesn't want to wait till then. He's going to go around the outside. They're still side by side. A little bit of contact. And Game Freaker getting back past Ross. And I don't think Ross was expecting that. I certainly wasn't. That's a great move from the veteran Game Freaker. Ross gets a 3-second time penalty for his worries there. So now Ross is on 6 seconds, and Game Freaker is on 6 seconds as well. So now these two are both even on penalties.
Haig would have. All these 3-second penalties Haig's getting is him pulling off the track to let people by.
Yeah. I mean, he might get like a minute of his race time removed because of it, but Mr. Grumpy, he's now got the run. He has to go round the outside. He does. Steba defending the inside. A little bit of contact, but nothing too major, and Steba holds on again to the lead of this race.
Two great drivers going at it.
Again. Yeah, Ross making a move on Game Freaker. The Game Freaker again has to look at that McLaren, but for how long? Because we don't know when he's going to go for a move. We tried a little bit of a dummy there to the inside. Ross defended it well. Got the car slowed down, and now Game Freak has to stay behind Ross for the third sector. Surely he's got a little bit of a gap. So, what a good way to make your debut. Honestly, really good debut. I know he's 7th place, but side by side racing has been very, very clean.
Yeah. I mean,
Steba has Matt. Steba has 3 seconds worth of pens, whereas Mr. Grumpy has 9.
Yeah,
we believe.
That is correct.
Yeah, and
Grumpy
now
and Lars have 9. Oh.
Yeah, Mr. Grumpy round the outside again. Steba braking late. Grumpy, bit of a switch back, a little bit of contact, and Steba again keeping that move. And Praga wasn't able to make the move on Lars, and now Game Freaker and Ross. Game Freaker has now been forced to the outside. Ross brakes late. Game Freaker will go for a switchback, and I think Ross, for the first time since they've pitted, has defended and not allowed Game Freaker to overtake. Yeah, Ross keeps it. So for more than a lap now, Ross has been ahead, which is something we haven't seen in a while.
I'm bored with Praga, so you get to see 2 battles at once here.
Yeah. What a close race this has been, though. Oh, that's a bit of a voice break.
Yeah, it's been very exciting. Lots to talk about today.
Yeah, definitely, without doubt. 2 battles, first and second, third and fourth, and eighth, and no, seventh and eighth.
And hell, you're about to have a battle for 9th and 10th as well.
Yeah. Can Game Freak get past Ross? Ross has got more ERS, so can afford to use it, but Game Freak is only in one. That'll be the low mode on the ERS. And I think Game Freak is going to be waiting, but a little bit of lag there from Ross. I thought Ross was going to let Game Freak go, but Game Freak is waiting for the last lap to make that move.
Lordy Boys by Blue Mosquito. And here they come.
Yep,
Step to take the white flag. 1 lap to go.
Yep. It's been a good race with him. I'm not gonna, but I did say Stebar.
Yes, you did.
Do a masterclass. Oh,
Hey.
Roran's off, and this time I think he's broken his wing.
If I'm not mistaken, you did say Lars in the top 3 as well. Although, with the penalties, he's going to drop out. It's going to end up being Steba, Praga, Grumpy to the top 3, if they stay where they are now.
Fair enough.
Praga,
well, I mean,
making a move for third,
Praga.
straight up. Nice move.
And gets it done. I'm going to go back. The battle between Game Freaker and Ross, because now Game Freaker...
Lars gave Praga a little nudge.
Can't get past.
Oh, they're both off.
Ooh.
And Betrayer gets by.
Wow. Betrayer is clean. Betrayer has nothing. Oh my god, Betrayer's going to get P2. Steba's going to win the race. So, congrats to Steba on the race win. I think he knows he's going to win, and he does. Grumpy finishes in second, but can Betrayer... He's going to get P2, surely. He does.
Yes.
Oh my god. Praga in fourth, Lars in fifth, and I mean, Mr. Grumpy and Praga. What happened there, Matt? You definitely got the best view of that.
Praga and Lars went side by side in the middle of the third sector, and there was a little contact, and they both went off in the grass. And they both tried to recover, and Betrayer just drove by both of them.
Yeah, wow. So, definitely Betrayer getting a very unexpected second place, being one of the many highlights of this race as we wait for the likes of Cheetah, Simo, and Warren Haig to crawl home. I think Warren might have a puncher. Or he's run out of fuel. I think he's got a puncher.
Who is it? Cheater?
No, Warren Haig, rear left. He's got a puncher.
Yes, he does. Yep, those ultras still won't go 9 laps.
Yeah, shadow of a doubt.
But you know what? He had a rough race, and he stayed in it. Not many people DNF to help him out, but he stuck with it and didn't give up.
Yeah, so it's good to see. And don't give up attitude.
Yep. Sometimes it pays off.
Yeah, definitely. As we saw with Betrayer, I mean, Steba would have got one more penalty, then he would have been right up there for the race win.
Yeah. Oh.
And Haig is going to slide across the line. Not even cross the line, cross the grass.
Finishes with style. And I got a bone to pick with Betrayer when he gets in here for his interview, because he said he's not going to be on the podium the rest of the season. So, you liar. And there's Steba hoisting the trophy. Hard-fought victory starting in P13, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, definitely driver today. Definitely.
For sure. Oops. Writing little notes down here in my cardboard box.
Yeah. And then we got Betrayer with a fantastic... the only driver to not get a time penalty in that race. So hats off to Betrayer there, proving that without time pens you can gain
Yep.
Places, and got Mr. Grumpy rounding out the podium. Praga in fourth, Lars in fifth, Hulk in sixth. Ross on his debut getting points and showing that he's a very clean driver side by side. So he's made a good result of his debut. Game 3 car in eighth, Lordy in ninth, and Blue Mosquito round out the top 10. Just outside the top 10, we have Cheetah, Simo, Ron Haig, and of course we lost mine early on in the race.
With a whopping 28 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, oh my god! I just saw that. Wow. I mean, he did have wing damage, so I'm not really gonna.
Well, 10 seconds of that was when he was doing his donuts and cutting the corner. But
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
so let's get Steba, Betrayer, and Grumpy in here. Party invite. Betrayer, Steba, Grumpy. All right. Hopefully these guys will come in. Sometimes Steba declines, sometimes he shows up. I know Betrayer and Grumps will pop in. Yeah, hey, it's unfortunate when they don't give you the tires you want.
I think Steba can make the interview.
Do you say no on it?
Yeah.
Alright, so just wait for Grumps. Yeah, sometimes Steba comes, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah, I think could be started a little bit later as well.
There's a bit of an argument going on between Lars and Praga with that incident. I saw the end of it, but I didn't see what happened on that last lap. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was actually on cam.
Matt got the best view.
Yeah. They were coming through. There was a little like tire banging coming through, and then they just both went off into the grass. Not sure who was at fault or whatever, but they both just slid through the grass there. And then you snuck through and got them both.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just reply to Steba here. Alright. So we will start with Betrayer, who won at Canada, and in that interview told me that he wasn't going to be on the podium the rest of the season. So,
well, really, I shouldn't be, should I? Really, to be honest, after that last lap, I should have been what, fourth, fifth?
No, you still would have made the podium. You were the only driver without a penalty. You would have caught up to all that.
Oh, would I? Oh.
Yeah, you still got third at least. So, how do you feel with the race today?
Well, the plan was to go from ultras to mediums, just doing the one stop, but the ultras just didn't last long enough.
Yeah.
So it put me on the back foot, and I just knew I had to two-stop. Didn't think I'd come anywhere, to be honest. But I had a bit of luck. Did some good overtakes. I was really happy with tonight. I've done more overtakes tonight than I've done in the last 2 years, I think. Seems like I was on fire today. The car was really strange. My car felt like pants, but it was really fast. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
It was all right till the last sector. And going through the last stadium bit, it just felt awful. But yeah, well happy with second. You know what I mean? Chasing the pack down. I knew Grumps had a penalty, but I didn't know. Did you have 2 penalties, Grumps, or 1?
3. Yeah, 3.
3. Yeah, that's the reason why I caught Grumps.
So we had the debut driver tonight who became your teammate. What were your impressions racing with him wheel to wheel tonight?
I think we had a good battle, to be honest. Gave each other enough room, just about. I can't remember what lap it was. But no, it's good, isn't it? I thought I really enjoyed it. I thought, he didn't touch me. He gave me room. I gave him room, but it was bloody close.
It was fun to watch from. It was fun to watch from behind.
Yeah, he's definitely very, very quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it seems alright.
Him and Game Freaker had like a, I don't know, what, 18 lap battle. So he looks pretty good, very clean. It's good to see. You have any questions for Betrayer?
Oh, yes, I was in mind of my own then. Just want to say congratulations on the second place, Betrayer.
Cheers, mate.
When you saw Grumpy and I think Praga go off into the grass and spin, did you think, obviously you had no time penalties anyway, so you was always going to get third, but did you, was you just thankful that you was able to not get any penalties?
I've really tried. I mean, I did 2 or 3 practice races, and obviously I was getting penalties galore, and I just thought, just try and keep it clean. Don't push the car too hard, especially when I knew I couldn't make the tyres last. I thought, if I just keep it clean, who knows what happens. And once I caught up Praga with about 3 laps to go, I broke the 3-second barrier. I thought, right, if I don't get a penalty here, he's bound to have one. Watching him drive earlier, he was all over the shop, off the track. So he's going to have to pick up 1 or 2. So, you just try and drive clean, and that's the bonus, isn't it? So I didn't think I'd get second. Oh. But yeah, just try not to make mistakes. It's all about, isn't it? Keep clean. Who knows what you get?
Yeah, I think you've just proven to everyone watching that you don't necessarily have to be quick to get a good result, because as you said, you didn't really push the car, you kept it clean, you didn't get any time pens, and you've come away now with another podium, which you said you weren't going to get again. No. It's been a good race for you, and congratulations on the second place.
Cheers.
All right, and we will move on to Grumpy. Good old Mr. Grumpy. I don't know how many times I've interviewed you for a podium now in 2 seasons. But it's good to see a familiar face in here. With the 3rd place finish, I believe you regained sole possession of the points lead again. How does that make you feel?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Sorry.
I was away a bit.
Said with the 3rd place, you now move into sole possession of the points lead. How does that make you feel?
Feels great. I wasn't expected. But still without a win as well. But always consistency helps.
So all it takes consistency. Now you were one of the guys that did the 1 stop today, I believe. Did you see a big difference between pace between the 2 stop guys and the 1 stop guys while you were out there battling?
Yeah, I did not. I knew the people on the 2 stops would be quicker on the quicker tyres, but I knew the tyres was also drop off a lot quicker, so that's managed to keep up with them.
Yeah.
But the 1 stop was definitely the best strategy.
Yeah, for sure. Anything to add, Cliffy?
But I mean, with now that you've got the lead, once again, Grumpy, of the championship, how, is that going to change anything going into these next couple of races, or are you just going to keep the same mentality of just keeping it consistent and maybe even trying to go for that elusive race win?
Yeah, I'm just going to try and keep it consistent. I don't want to do anything too stupid. The next couple of tracks I don't think I'm that quick at, so I'll just try and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, well, again, congrats on 3rd place, and I think I'm just about done, Matt.
Yep, and that's it for me for questions. Congratulations to Betrayer and Grumpy for the podium positions. Tomorrow will be more PSGL action. F1 will be Gaming Alamanda on his channel by himself, as I am moving over to F2 with Hulkenberger to replace JP as he steps away for a little bit. So catch more action tomorrow for the 2 divisions. Hopefully we'll see you guys there. Everyone take care and be safe. See you soon.
See you later, people.
Yeah.